Imagine something for a moment. What if one day you were invited to visit the home of the gods? And when you arrived, the gods offered you something very special. A gift that could change everything. A gift that could allow you to live forever. But there was a problem. You had already been warned not to accept it. Would you listen to the warning, or would you take the gift? Long ago, in ancient Mesopotamia, people told a story about a man who faced exactly this choice. His name was Adapa. Adapa lived in the city of Eridu, one of the oldest cities in the world. He was not a king, he was not a warrior, but he was still very special. The god Ea, the god of wisdom and water, had given Adapa great intelligence. Adapa understood many things about the world. He knew how to perform sacred rituals. He knew how to guide the people of his city. And every day, he faithfully served the temple of the gods. But even though Adapa was very wise, he was still human. And like all humans, he could become angry. One day, Adapa went out to the sea to fish. The waters were calm. The sky was bright. But suddenly, the south wind began to blow strongly. The wind pushed his small boat across the water. The waves grew rough. Adapa struggled to control the boat. The wind became stronger and stronger. Soon, Adapa was filled with frustration. In his anger, he shouted at the wind. Then, he did something extraordinary. Using the powerful words that the god Ea had taught him, Adapa broke the wing of the south wind. In the ancient stories, the winds were not just air. People believed the winds were powerful spirits of nature. So when the story says Adapa broke the wing of the south wind, it means he used magic words to stop the wind. Instantly, the wind stopped. The sea became quiet again. But Adapa had just done something very dangerous. For 7 days, the south wind did not blow anywhere on Earth. The gods quickly noticed this strange silence. High above the world, the great sky god Anu asked a question. Why has the south wind stopped? The gods discovered the truth. A human had broken the wind itself. Anu was shocked. A human had challenged the order of the universe. This could not be ignored. So Anu gave a command. Bring Adapa to the heavens. Adapa would have to explain his actions before the gods. When the god Ea heard this news, he became worried. Ea knew that the court of the gods could be dangerous for a human. So he gave Adapa careful instructions. Listen closely, Ea said. When you arrive before the gods, you will be offered food and water. But do not eat the food. Do not drink the water. No matter what happens, refuse it. Adapa trusted Ea completely. Ea had always guided him with wisdom, so Adapa promised that he would obey. Soon, Adapa began his journey to heaven. When he reached the gates of the sky, 2 powerful gatekeepers stood before him. Their names were Tammuz and Gazita. Adapa greeted them with respect and kindness. He spoke to them politely and showed them honor. The gatekeepers were impressed by his humility. They allowed him to enter the great court of the gods. Inside the heavenly palace, Adapa stood before the mighty god Anu. The ruler of the sky looked down at the human carefully. Adapa, Anu said, why did you break the wing of the south wind? Adapa explained what had happened. He spoke honestly. He described the storm and his anger. The gods listened quietly. Something unexpected happened. Instead of becoming furious, Anu began to admire the human standing before him. Adapa was respectful. He was calm. He spoke with intelligence. Anu turned to the other gods. "This human is impressive," he said. Then Anu made a surprising decision. He ordered the servants of heaven to bring something special. They brought the food of life and the water of life. These were not ordinary food and drink. They were the gifts of immortality. Anyone who ate or drank them would live forever. Anu looked at Adapa kindly. "Offer these to him," he said. The servants brought the food and water to Adapa. This was the moment that could change everything. If Adapa accepted the food and water, humans might become immortal. But Adapa remembered the warning of Ea. He believed the food might be dangerous. So when the servants offered the food, Adapa refused. When they offered the water, he refused again. The gods looked at each other in surprise. Anu began to laugh. "This was the food and water of life," he said. "You could have become immortal, but you refused." Because Adapa obeyed the instructions of Ea, he lost the chance to live forever. So Anu made his final decision. Adapa would return to the earth. He would remain wise, but he would still be human. And humans would continue to live only a limited time. That is how the ancient Babylonians explained something important: why humans are intelligent, why humans understand many things, but why humans do not live forever. And the story of Adapa leaves us with an interesting question. Sometimes we trust advice from people who are wiser than us, but sometimes that advice may hide something unexpected. If Adapa had chosen differently, the history of humanity might have changed forever. But perhaps the most important lesson is this: wisdom does not always give us everything we want. Sometimes, wisdom simply teaches us how to live the life we have. If you would like to hear another ancient story and continue learning English with me, click the next video on your screen. I will see you there.